And I want to be able to, when I grow older, to look back and say I did everything I could.
She is not like other boys and girls of her age. She is not spending time at parties or at the concerts of some cool bands. Greta Thunberg is a 16-year-old activist who dedicates all her spare time to fighting climate change.
But I don't care about being popular. I care about climate justice and a living planet.
She has managed to launch one of the biggest environmental protests the world has ever seen. The teenager has already been nominated for the Nobel Prize, having become the icon of determination and positive action. And here is how the whole thing started. Every Friday, the 15-year-old Swedish girl, instead of going to school, was coming up to the Parliament building in Stockholm and sitting on its steps in an attempt to draw the attention of politicians. She was demanding that the government undertake a response to climate change.
So we can't save the world by playing by the rules.
Who would listen to a young soul desperately trying to make a difference? No one, many thought, but Greta refused to give up and kept coming to the very same place every Friday. Soon, other young people started joining her in Stockholm. And the next thing you know, the protest is spread across the borders to the USA, UK, Japan, Australia, Germany, and many other countries. In less than a year, her Fridays for Future movement has inspired millions of students from all over the world to advocate for change.
I wanted to feel the fear I feel every day. And then I wanted to act.
Greta has spoken out about climate change at various high-level platforms, including the United Nations. The girl and her movement won an Amnesty International Human Rights Award for their unique leadership and courage in standing up for human rights.
God bless you. Continue to walk, okay? Continue, okay?
Greta remains humble and doesn't consider herself to be an icon. She attributes success of the action to its supporters. I have not really done anything. It is hard to believe such a prominent young lady used to be, as she puts it, invisible. Just a year ago, Greta was a painfully introverted teenager who didn't feel she could make any difference. Nothing really was happening in my life. I've always been that girl in the back who doesn't say anything. 4 years ago, Greta was diagnosed with Asperger's, a disorder characterized by significant difficulties in social interaction and nonverbal communication. When she first learned about climate change, she was just 8 years old. But unlike other kids, Greta was not simply shocked by this information. She just couldn't stop thinking about it. The little girl couldn't understand why adults were not taking the environmental problem seriously. A few years later, her worries converted into depression.
I stopped talking and I stopped eating. In 2 months, I lost about 10 kilos of weight.
The only way out of it was to talk. First, she talked to her parents and made them change their attitude. And then she changed thousands of other people. The inspiring young reformer is also raising awareness for Asperger syndrome, calling it a gift that allows her to see things outside the box. Greta says, "It makes me different, and being different is a gift." Even celebrities are excited to meet that very special activist. Arnold Schwarzenegger says he was starstruck when he got acquainted with Greta. People couldn't stop making Terminator jokes after Arnie posted his tweet. Like this one. The Terminator can protect a child, but I believe this child can protect the entire world. Or this. She'll be back to fight for our planet. Well, jokes aside, it's not often that we see so much inspiration and determination in one person, especially at such a delicate age. Thunberg proves that one person can start a change. We hope, no, we are sure that the change she has started will become historical. For Greta, for our planet, and for all of us. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.